Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 08.25.2025. Current time is 0603 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Monday morning, we start a new weekend. I hope everybody had a great weekend. My name is Rich Roberts. I didn't brush my hair this morning, so I am at over on X at Fireman Rich over on X. That's where my mainstay is for all these social media feeds. All the other ones, just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at. I'm on a host of other platforms as far as that goes. And I want to say good morning to Double J's. Good morning to Tina. This Monday morning. Hope you all had a great weekend as well. Thank you for being here. It's great to be here. I do have the morning coffee, and it's tasting mighty fine, as always. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, I'm sorry. Thamer, you're here. Good morning. I got to get my bifocals going here. Jeez. Thamer, coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Double J's are the first ones in here this morning on the Twitch side. We are broadcasting to Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, X Live, and Kick. That's 7 platforms that we are broadcasting to, folks. And we are doing mighty fine here as far as that goes. And let's see if I can turn it this way. Can I turn it that way? Will that work? Oh, okay, that will work. Okay. And we have a network of seven platforms that we're broadcasting from. Other people have a network of shows. In a sense, we have a network of shows. We do this show. We do the audio. We do the live stream of gaming. Last night we did a special broadcast. They were going to be launching Starship Test number 10, and that just didn't go off yesterday. It was 30 minutes to in the count left in the countdown, and they scrubbed it because of ground issues. So they may be launching it today. We may or may not be broadcasting that because if they do launch, I'm going to be. I have a chess game I will be playing at 6 o'clock today. I don't play chess with my neighbor on Fridays. We've been playing on Monday night. So though he tried to get me to play Friday night, and I said no, I'm too busy. I think I live streamed Friday night. Did I? Let's see. Friday was the 22nd. Yeah, we live streamed. No, we didn't live stream Friday. We didn't do any gaming live stream this weekend. We just live streamed last night. Oh wow! When was the last time we live streamed a game? Oh, the 20th. That was Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Okay, so we haven't been doing any live streaming the gaming and stuff, but we did live stream a special broadcast on the space Starship from SpaceX, Starship flight number 10. It's their fourth flight they're trying to get off for this year, and that's monstrous right there as far as an achievement. But let's see. I want to say we got one person on Rumble, one person on Locals, one person on YouTube, three people on Twitch. Thank you very much. And we have three people on X Live. I've got my tablet now tuned into X Live, so I can see the numbers and the comments there as far as that goes. So, and then on Kick, just for kicks. Who do we have over there? Usually when we start out, we don't have anybody, so we'll have to check back. There's nobody right there right now. And over on the Facebook, do we got the Facebook Live going? Yeah, we got everything going. Okay, there's the audio. The audio's going good on the um, Facebook Live. So we are live over there on 7 platforms. So again, I hope everybody. I had a good weekend. It was okay. I got the pet. We got a couple stray cats here around the house between us and the neighbors. They go back and forth, and we've been feeding them. I guess when I saw one of the kitty cats eating bird feed that we had just put out about a month ago, I wasn't too. That didn't set well with me. It's just like that's obviously telling me the animal's starving. There's stray cat. We're gonna try. I've said this before on the show. We're gonna try and I don't want to say capture, but to get the cat to where we're friendly with it, and we could take it to the local shelter. And does the NFL start? No, next. It starts not this week. Next week we have an empty week this week. It starts the first Thursday in September. Thammer, that's the 4th of September. 4th of September. This last weekend, and actually they didn't have any ball games yesterday. They it's the last week. It was the last week of weekend of preseason. Saturday. They didn't have any games yesterday, and so. What's going on there? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got this week is empty. Okay, so and Tony Tone, I see you. I see the chat on the X Live. You saying hi on X Live? Thank you very much. I see that. We have 5 people over on X Live, so Tony is going to be coming in here soon. I caught him. I caught him. He's trying to sneak in, and he'll probably end up putting a comment on the. Yep, there it is. Yeah, there it is. There's CX Live. So Tony, he's X Live. He's doing this. Soon he'll be ringing in to the other channels here and stuff. I caught you on the X Live there, Tony. I have the X Live on the tablet, so I could see that. So, so we've been feeding sort of the cats between us and the neighbors and stuff. And the game plan is to, gather the cats if possible. At least one of them, I think we can. The missus has been real friendly towards it, where it allows it to pet her. I think it's a girl. Yeah, it is a girl. And yesterday was the first time I was able to pet it when I brought the food out. It came up and just was right close to me, and I reached down and it didn't hesitate. And I pet it because it knows I'm feeding, so it got used to me. So the only thing we have to do now is wait for room at the shelter as far as that goes. So there's no room at the animal shelter right now. So our game plan now, we have two people on Kick. I'm going to say, yeah, I try to make it a point to be a little bit more attentive to the folks on Kick, because the comments don't come in over on the Rumble side, as well as uh, X Live, and we have 5 people on X Live. So thank you very much on those 2 platforms. So the game plan is to eventually, before wintertime, catch the one gray one, because we think she's a female, because you can see that she may have had kittens and stuff, but we haven't seen any kittens around. She may have lost her kittens, as far as that goes, and um, so we're just attentive. There's Tony D. Tony D coming in on the Rumble. Good morning, Tony. Salute to you, my brother veteran, my good friend, and fellow broadcaster. Thank you for being here. And the missus isn't up yet. She's sleeping in right now. So as soon as she wakes up, I'll let her know. And then the YouTube comments. And I did see your comment on the Facebook Live and X Live, as far as that goes. I think I can. Can I see my comments? Yeah, okay. I just swiped down. I'm just getting familiar with with X Live on the tablet here. And Tony saying hi to Double J's, and saying hi to Thammer, as far as uh, in the chat there. And Tony D coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. Warner Robins, Georgia, and that's down there in southern Georgia. You got Atlanta, then you got Macon, and then you got Warner Robins, Georgia, below Macon. And Double J's is coming in from an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere. And Thammer saying hi to Tony D. And Thammer coming in from Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And we are appreciative to have you guys here. They're here all the time. They're my regulars, so I like that. So other than live streaming yesterday, what did we do Saturday? What did I do Saturday? What did we do Saturday? I can't remember. It was a good day. We had some good weather. It's a little bit humid. The back window's open. I got the side window closed because of noise, and you can see the daylight is starting to shine here, as far as that goes. And and I do have the morning coffee for this hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD, as we're working towards the weekend once again. Where it's almost like Groundhog Day. Weren't we here just last week? So, but it's always good to be up here. And I'm on time for a change. I'm right on the money here at 6:00 starting. So, I did get up at about 5:10 after 5 this morning, and had a good night's sleep. And Double J says Saturday was a blur. Yeah, I can't remember what I did Saturday. I know it was a good day. I know I played PUBG with. I think that's what I did. Saturday and Sunday was just a kickback day, I guess. We didn't really do anything, me and the missus. So I did play PUBG Battlegrounds. The cheats aren't that bad, but PUBG Battlegrounds still needs to do some more to that game. It's just the cheats are, even the little bit of cheats there, that just it deters from a good game as far as that goes. I mean, when you see the crosshairs, I'm over here and the crosshairs are over here, and I get killed. It's like, how's that happen? That's an aim hack. and they do have it on PUBG Battlegrounds. It's still a fun game though, and stuff. So, but I played that Saturday and Sunday there with my playing mate Wingnut, who's over there in Scotland. Are you up?
No.
Oh,
Go.
no, she's not. Tony says good morning. Huh? What's that?
I said good morning.
Oh, okay. Cats have been fed. Water changed in the litter boxes. Okay, get your cup of coffee.
Yeah.
She's just waking up. Okay, let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's yeah, I guess it dropped a degree. We're at 61 degrees. 61 degrees Fahrenheit here in upstate New York. And that equates to, in the Celsius side, as, let's see. Let's see. I hit the wrong keyboard here. 61 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 16 degrees. Is that right? Let's see what this says. 61. Yeah, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Tina, good morning.
Morning, Tina.
And the missus says good morning also. You guys are waking up together here. Yeah, 61 degrees Fahrenheit is 16 degrees Celsius. As far as it goes, it's a little, when I put the window, the fresh air feels nice. You can feel a little humidity. I think we're going to get some humidity. We're going to have partly cloudy today, slightly chance of rain showers. High is 74 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pleasant. Winds out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning at 0625, or no. We're up before the sun. It says 0625. Well, it's daylight out there now, so the sun must be coming up. So that's in 625. That's in 7 minutes. What are we doing, Jackie? Stop that. What are you doing? Get up there. What are you doing? You feisty? Jackie's feisty this morning. So sunrise will be rising at 6:25 a.m. and will be setting later today at 7:52 p.m. where we're losing humidity. Let's see. Double J says humidity on. It's just very slight. Or else it's just me being warm. The house is warmer inside than it is outside. So it might not be humidity, Double J's. It might be that the house is 75 degrees outside, and we just lost another degree. It's 60 degrees. Are we going to have snow? We must have thunderstorms coming in. They're cooling out and stuff like that. And Tina says good morning to the missus back and saying hi to Thamer. And Tina is also saying hi to Double J's, and we welcome Tina here as far as that goes. Yeah, we got the window. I got the back window open and the side window. The house this house always maintains between 71 and 70. Right now, 75. It can go higher than 75 if the temperature outside gets to like in the high 90s. But it always stays. It's very well insulated, so I think it's just me running around and I feel a little bit warm and stuff. But I can feel the cool air coming in, so it's nice and cool outside. So I think that I was wrong on the humidity there, guys. So but we do have the windows cracked this morning, and it feels nice. And let's see. So there's that. Let's see our world times and temperatures. Speaking of which, we can find out what is the house facing the east. Well, let me show you. The front of the house faces north. That's south. That's east, and that's west. And the house is lined up on an east-west line. Okay, so when the sun rises, I get sun through the kitchen window here, and then when it sets, the sun west here, so it's facing north. Is the house facing to the east? No. the side of the house is. Okay, just the house is aligned with the because the road right out here goes east west. I think most roads go east west or west east and stuff here in the United States for some reason. If you look on the map, there, um, and there's some that go north south, of course, and stuff. The fan on our AC went. Oh, geez, that's bad. That's not good, Tina. The fan on the AC. So that's I. Are you at home now, Tina? And Thamer says, "How's it going?" As far as if, how's it going? And are you home now? If you're the AC, is that the AC? Oh, that's the AC in your room. Well, tell the hospital they need to get some maintenance people up there. Uh, let's see. Double J says, "Good for getting the wind inside east and west." Yeah, but I think it's also the daylight because this house was built back in 1911, between 1911 and 1917. So they're looking at the sun rising. You get the light from the windows on this side, and then as it's traveling around and then sets, you still get the light here. I think this house. I think this house was fitted with electricity back in 1911 too. So, as far as that goes, my daughter told me it's at the house. At the house. Oh, okay. So you're at rehab where you've got air conditioning. Oh, okay. Yeah, air conditioners are cheap now, Tina. They're not that expensive. You can get a new one at Walmart if you can't fix the. It's probably almost better if you get a new air conditioners because I can't believe the price of air conditioners. They've come down drastically. Okay, now our world times and temperatures. Central air. Oh, the fan went down in central air. Ooh, that's a different situation there. You can't go to Walmart to get a new central air. Um, this house can tell history. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this house definitely has some history. Dammer. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:23, clear skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 3:23 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing. They have a cool 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And Tina says, my windows won't hold AC. Oh, okay, that's why you have central air. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Chicago, Illinois at 5:23 a.m. Clear skies in Chicago, the Windy City, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the concrete jungle at 6:23 a.m. Cloudy skies, 6:23 here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. And we have cloudy skies, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And let me see, I'm and Tony D is letting us know down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit currently with a high of 89 degrees and a low of 71, mostly cloudy down there in Georgia. And Tina is letting us know they're down in central New Jersey. The high is going to be 86, the low is 58 as far as that goes. So those are temperatures there in that neck of the woods. And going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean to London, England, at 11:24, sunny and clear in London, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And Milan, Italia, manja. It's lunchtime in Milan at 12:24 p.m. Sun, mostly cloudy, but some sun peeking through, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, at 1:25 p.m., where Thamer is from. Sunny and clear. You're still at 109 degrees. Woo! Freaking smoking hot. That's hot. Um, hopefully your fans don't go out on your air conditioner, Thamer. In Double J's home country of India, in New Delhi at 3:56 p.m., cloudy skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and down southeast of New Delhi on the coast there of Mumbai at 3:55 p.m. also, It's raining in Mumbai, and it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit there in Mumbai. Let's see, do we have any? And Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, at 6:25 p.m. They're 12 hours ahead of us. Kuala Lumpur is sunny and clear, 91 degrees in Kuala Lumpur, and I bet you that's a very humid 91 degrees. In Tokyo, Japan, at 7:26 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies in Tokyo, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and down under on the great continent and great country of Australia. And we do appreciate the folks there in Australia, great allies to the United States of America, that we thank them for. In Melbourne, at 8:26 p.m., cloudy skies, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia, uh, at 8:26 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies, a little clearing, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And off to the east coast of Australia is Perth. Perth is, I guess, it's the third largest city in Australia. And Perth, I mentioned Perth is because uh, probably 1,000 miles out into the Indian Ocean. That's if space, if the Starship uh, launched yesterday, that's where it would have landed. It would have been doing a suborbital um, test flight to that location. That's where they usually land at. It's just off the coast of Perth, about 1,000 miles into the Indian Ocean on that side. But was talking to Wingnut yesterday when we were playing, he told me that Perth in Australia is the third largest city. It's a pretty good sized city. Most Americans, we know where Melbourne, or we know where Melbourne is, and we definitely know where Sydney is. But Perth is the other large city there in Australia. Okay, we do have a thought for the day, and this thought for the day comes from a very old gentleman, a Greek philosopher, and his name is Aristotle, whose writings covered a vast range of subjects, including politics, ethics, logic, physics, and biology. He's known as the father of the Western logic for developing the first reasoning systems. So, and Double J says Perth is. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So Wingnut's not. It's the fourth largest city in Australia. Okay, by population. Okay, Double J's. Okay. And yeah, we're talking because I asked him because he's a Brit. He's from UK. Australia used to be part of the British Empire, so I figure he would know. I don't think he said he was there or not, but we're talking about the launching of the Starship, and I told him it's going to land just in the Indian Ocean on the west off the west coast of Australia near Perth. And I said, "Do you know how large that is? Is that a big city or something?" And he said it was the third largest, but Double J's, you're the fourth largest. Okay, so that's still a good sized city though, um, as far as that goes. So I've never heard of Perth. Um, and then the only city I ever heard outside of Australia is Christchurch in New Zealand. That's the only town I know. I can't think of any other town in New Zealand, stuff like that. I think Christchurch is the capital, I think, of New Zealand. Anyway, let's see. Okay, third is Brisbane. Okay, I've heard of Brisbane. Okay, I think not sure. Okay, I would figure Sydney and Melbourne are. I think Sydney is probably the largest. Sydney is like the New York City of Australia, probably something like that. Let's see. Our thought for today from Mr. Aristotle, an old gentleman he lived to the age of 62. He passed away in 322 BC, but he lived to an age of 62, which was probably a real accomplishment back then, because most people didn't live past their 30s or 40s. Okay, his thought for the day. I forgot to bring this up here. Hang on. Um, Hang on just for a minute. I got to do something real quick here, folks. So just hang in there. I just um, Okay, his thought and our quote for the day goes as follows: Quality is not an act; it is a habit, or at least you try to make it a habit, right? Aristotle's quote and our thought for today: Quality is not an act; it is a habit. So, if you're a person of quality, that means you do things very, very. People want to hire you because you do things of quality. But it means that consistent quality isn't the result of a single good deed, but a sustained, ingrained pattern of behavior. So you should have a sort of sense of behavior of being a person of quality. And Tina says, good quote. Yes, I think so too. Um, Much like the related quote, we are what we repeatedly do. So, and we like to, sometimes I repeat what I say. But excellence then is not an act; it is a habit. You have to be good at what you do. You just don't sit there like a bump on the log and think, "Oh, I'm going to be good." And if you're not practicing what you're preaching, then you're just another blowhard. For quality to be present, one must cultivate habits of attention to detail. Attention to detail is I'm always one. I'm very critical to attend. Sometimes I overdo attention to detail if there's such a thing, because I guess it's when it starts bugging the missus. Um, Diligence and integrity in all their actions make it a part of your daily routine and culture rather than one off effort. So it's not just one thing you do when you say, "Oh, I'm a person of quality." No, it's many things. It's many things. So this is a quote from a man that passed away back in uh, oh, what was his when did he pass away? He passed away in what did they say, 622 BC? No, 322 BC. 322 BC. Yeah, 322 BC. He was born in 384 BC in of course Greece, and then he passed away in Greece. So he's 62 years old. 322. Yeah. Um, no world times and temperatures. We're done with that. Okay. So a very good quote, a great quote of quality to remind us to be a quality type of a person in what we do, as far as that goes. So yeah, I thought it was 62, but it's 322. Tina. So thank you, Aristotle. God bless and Godspeed. Of course, he probably believed in many gods back then. They had a whole bunch of them back in that day. um, Okay, our national day. And Tina says, okay, on the day. Yeah, yeah. I got to look back. I can't remember thoughts from just a few minutes ago. That's not really being too quality of a person, is it? No, just kidding. Our national day today. Let's see what we got. We have National Park Service Founders Day. Okay. National Secondhand Wardrobe Day. Okay. National Kiss and Makeup Day. Okay. Today's National Whiskey Sour Day. We're going to be making some whiskey sours because we've got some Crown Royal sitting over there, so we're going to be having a couple of cocktails later today. I'd go with that one, but I'm going to go with this one because August always seems to be the ice cream month. I think it's National Ice Cream Month Day. We're going to go with National Banana Split Day. Who doesn't like a nice banana split? I have them occasionally. I don't have them all the time. I think it's been a couple of years since I had one. I like just eating a banana, but banana is great for you. Okay. Some people say bananas are bad for you, but bananas have just they just have the same. They're just good for you. Okay, I know for that for a fact. And as compared to say some other fruit or something like that, they have the same natural sugar as other fruits. So there's people that say bananas are bad for you. They don't. They should stick a banana in their mouth and shut up because they don't know what they're talking about. Just Google what bananas are. Bananas are good for you. They're good in potassium. I used to eat a lot of bananas when I was running track and field and cross country in high school. We always had there was always a couple bananas. There was a couple nuts and fruits in the locker room too back in the day. But today is National Banana Split Day. National Banana Split Day recognizes the sweet ice cream that serves with a banana, whipped cream, and various toppings. Get yours on August 29th. Potassium. Too bad I can't eat them. I love you. Can't eat them, Tina. Oh, okay. See, that's what the potassium is important when you're running. Potassium is very important as far as it keeps down the lactic acid buildup in your legs. As far as I still remember that, I used to run a lot back in the day, but I still eat bananas. I had a bunch this past weekend. The missus will buy a bunch, and what I mean by a bunch is probably what six to eight bananas in a bunch, and they'll be gone by the weekend. I'll have a couple for them. I'll have one in the morning for breakfast, one for a snack later in the afternoon or something like that. They're gone by the weekend, and they only last once you buy them. You have to eat them within the next 3 days, or else they start to ripe. And then the missus makes banana bread, which is always good as far as that goes. My daughter and Hal eat one a day. Yeah, I've seen Hal eat them. Yeah, um, I think they're good sources of nutrition. There's some people out there that badmouth bananas, and I just say, they need to stick a banana in their mouth. Maybe stick a banana where the sun doesn't shine to get. He's saying you don't know what you're talking about. Bananas are a healthy fruit. Hashtag. Well, with ice cream, I don't know. That's you're going a little overboard. The ice cream, that's not really a healthy and stuff like that. And she's laughing. But with the ice cream, it's a good treat though. Banana split. Hashtag National Banana Split Day. Originally served in drugstores, soda fountains, and ice cream parlors, the banana split is traditionally served in a long dish called a boat. To make a banana split, you cut the banana in lengthwise and place it in a dish. Then add scoop of vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry ice cream between the sliced banana. Each scoop gets a topping, added crushed pineapple in pineapple to strawberry, dazzle chocolate syrup over the vanilla, and add strawberry toppings to the chocolate. Next, sprinkle with crushed nuts, finely garnished with whipped cream or Marciano cherry. I can't say that. The cherry on top. At age 23 years old, apprentice pharmacist at Tesley's Pharmacy in Labro, Pennsylvania, created the first banana split in 1904. David Evans Strickler enjoyed inventing sundaes at the store's soda fountain. For only 10 cents, Strickling sold his first banana split, banana-based triple ice cream sundae, double the cost than all others. That was 10 cents. So a regular sundae would cost you a nickel, but that cost you 10 cents. And let's see, I am too, Tina. I'm getting hungry for one. Yeah, I'd like that. That would really taste good. So today is hashtag National Banana Split Day. Go out and enjoy a banana split today. I might just do that. Let's see. This week, tomorrow we'll be doing the Mixcloud broadcast just to highlight that. It is the second. It's been 2 weeks since we've had one. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays I do the audio podcast, but every other week on a Tuesday I do the Mixcloud broadcast where I present 8 songs on mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. So that will be posted up on my X page, as well as all those other fine social media platforms that I post on that you can Google at Fireman Rich and you can find out where I'm at. Okay, we have history, but I'm afraid Roger Luther is still out. He must be on vacation. So I'm going to be reading 100 Years Ago. 100 Years Ago is, so that's back in 1925. 100 years ago, plans for the largest parade ever held in Binghamton. Is this for Friday? We already did this one. Wait a minute. Back up. Let's see. Did they have one for Friday? Oh, I picked the wrong one. Okay. I knew we had that one about the parade. Oh, we have video. Okay. I just my mistake, folks. Let me go let me go ahead and set this up here. My mistake. I'm sorry about that. We do have a video from Roger Luther, so let's go ahead and bring that up. I apologize for that. Let's see. I hit the wrong button on the webpage. Full disclosure: I have no association with Fox 40 or any other news agency's webpage that we present here. I'm just using their web pages to show my audience and the people that watch this on the replay what it's like here in the southern tier of upstate New York, in a manner of speaking. And we see some good articles. I think it gives you a good cross section of the area here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's the scanner. I forgot to turn that off. We don't need that squawk box. Okay, it was quiet here for the last hour. Okay, let's bring up 100 years ago, and okay, there it is. Okay, so we do have it. Here we go. We didn't have it Friday, but here we go. Let's listen to this.
100 years ago today, construction of the new municipal hospital in Endicott is expected to begin in September. It'll be located between Davis and High Avenues on the eastern slope of Round Hill. And it was announced today that the name of the hospital will be Ideal Hospital of Endicott. Workers are busy installing more than 50 memorial stained glass windows in the newly completed St. John's Catholic Church on Vestal Avenue. Windows were made in Munich, Germany. The tall spire on the steeple of the First Congregational Church at Front and Main Streets has been declared unsafe. Plans are being made to remove it. And finally, federal prohibition agents conducted raids of establishments on Clinton and Chenango Streets last night. 4 arrests were made after liquor was found. That was the news, August 22nd, 1925.
Oh, the liquor was not something you wanted to have back in 1925. Prohibition was still in full force back then, and as far as that goes, and let's see. Let's stop that one. Okay. So you had federal prohibition agents, Chenango Street, Clinton and Chenango. That's the main streets there in Binghamton. 4 arrests for after liquor was found. How much liquor doesn't matter. You still get arrested as far as that goes. The first one that Roger Luther talked about, the new municipal hospital in Endicott. That hospital is no longer there. Endicott, it was there. I think when I got out of the service, I think Ideal Hospital, because I believe my younger brother and younger sister were both born there when we moved to New York here in '63. Ideal Hospital. I'm not sure what they. Let's see. Let me see what they. Let's see what Google says. What happened to Ideal Hospital? I'm curious now. What happened to Ideal Hospital in Endicott? The acute care facility known as Ideal Hospital of Endicott no longer exists. In 1984, it was 84, the hospital ceased operation and the campus was converted into a modern walk-in clinic and later a senior living center. It is now known as UHS Senior Living in Ideal and part of the United Health Services Network. So, and that's supposed to be okay. I know where that's at now. It says that's a pretty. Let's just say, as a senior, I wouldn't mind living there. I guess it's in Endicott. Endicott's a nice town, a nice little city there. That's the birthplace of IBM, as far as that goes. And and workers installed more than 50 memorial stained glass windows. Of course, they're going to come from Munich, Germany. They didn't do stained glass here in the United States. It's all imported. All the stained glass that you see in the cathedrals that are built here, um, it's probably been imported from Germany or Italy, as far as that goes. And then the tall spur on the steeple. Okay, the church needed to be mended, stuff like that. I guess that's the first Congregational Church in front in Main Street. I wonder if that's still there. I think it is. Let's go Google that. Let's find out. Let's see if it's still there after 125 years. Let's see. Let's see. The first Congregational Church at Front and Main is still active and operating in Binghamton, New York. The church is located on 30 Main Street, has been a current building since 1869. So it's still there, but Ideal Hospital in Endicott is not. So, see, that's what happens when, 100, after 100 years. Things change. And sometimes things don't change. They just they still stand there, and as far as that goes. So that's 100 years ago. Thank you, Roger Luther. As far as that goes, God bless you, sir. Let's see. On this day in 1929, Turkey and Persia, and then France and the Soviet Union in 1931 signed friendship treaties. Okay, so they were allied together, I guess. So Soviet Union and France. Now that was good before, before World War II started. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, still. In 1932, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly across the United States nonstop, successfully landing her flight from Los Angeles in Newark, New Jersey, 1932. And in 1990, a U.S. judge ruled that heavy metal band Judas Priest was not responsible for the suicide death of 2 fans. And it was in 1991, and they're still independent, but in 1981, Ukraine declared itself independent from the Soviet Union, along with a lot of other countries, because that was the breakup of the Soviet Union, and that was it happened right after the Berlin Wall. I was stationed over in Italy when the Berlin Wall came down, and that was, you could feel that. That was a historical moment to have seen. Let's see. Over on the AP side of history, what are we doing for time? 47 minutes. Have we been here 47 minutes? Oh my God, doesn't feel like it. Does not feel like it. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more comments? Okay. Let's see. On August 25th, 1916, Woodrow Wilson signed the this is why it's National Parks Day. Woodrow Wilson on this day signed, or back in 1916 on this day, signed the National Park Service Organic Act, establishing the National Park Services as an agency of the Department of Interior to maintain the country's natural and historical wonders and leave them unimpaired for the enjoyment of future generations. And the national parks people, they do a great job. They do a great job. In 1875, Matthew Webb became the first person to swim across the English Channel, crossing from Dover, England to Calais, France in under 22 hours. Wow. 1928, an expedition led by Richard E. Byrd set out from Hoboken, New Jersey on its journey to the Antarctica. And 1944, on this day, Paris was liberated by Allied forces after 4 years of Nazi occupation during World War II. And in 1981, the U.S. spacecraft Voyager 2 came within 63,000 miles of Saturn's cloud cover, sending back pictures and data about the ring planet. Voyager 2. We always talk about Voyager 1, but where's Voyager 2 at this time? Let's Google that. We're Googling up a storm here. Where is Voyager How do you spell Voyager? Voyager. I had it right here. I want to make sure I spell it right. Voyager. Ager. Ager. Where is Voyager 2 now? We always talk about Voyager 1. Voyager 2 is currently, it's also in interstellar space, over 12.8 billion miles. That's 20.8 billion kilometers from Earth and traveling away from the sun. It is within the solar system, but outside the sun's hemisphere. That's the sun's reign there. The spacecraft is on a trajectory that will take it near the Rose 248 star in about 40,000 years. Okay, I think we can wait until I don't think any of us will be around, but Voyager 2 is still out there traveling. And another space thing, it was in 2012, Neil Armstrong, who was 82 at that time, who commanded the historical Apollo 11 lunar landing and was the first man to set on the moon, passed away in Cincinnati, Ohio. God bless him and Godspeed, sir. He is first human to step on the moon. And I guess that's what we have. Let's see. We're going to do sports. Let's do sports. Let's see. We had some Major League Baseball action this weekend. Let's see what we have. Starting on Friday, there's only 6 games. And let's see. Neither the Yankees or Mets played. But going into the weekend, the Yankees, they lost to the Red Sox on Saturday, 12-1. And the Mets, they beat the Braves. Yahoo! 9-2. Go, Mets, go. Yesterday on Sunday, the Mets lost to the Braves 3-4. Okay, so they split. And the Yankees beat the Red Sox. Okay, that's good. They beat the Red Sox. And let's see. Oh, David Baylor is live from Bosnia. Maybe we should say hi to David. I haven't said hi to him in a long time. Today we're going to have, let's see. The Mets and Phillies play today at 7:10 tonight. And I think the Yankees are off. Yeah, Yankees are off. And let's see. For Tuesday, Mets will be playing the Phillies still. And the Yankees are off Monday and Tuesday. Okay. No, they're playing the Nationals. Okay. The Yankees are playing the Nationals. Oh, and they're playing the Nationals tomorrow or today too. I'm sorry. I just didn't see it. So Yankees and Nationals tonight at 7:05 and tomorrow night. And the Phillies and Mets tonight at 7:10 and tomorrow. So that's our baseball thing as far as that goes. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring up. Okay, let's see. And Tina says, "I like the Mets and Phillies. I prefer the Mets. They're New York, so I'm going to hope they would. But Phillies, they're a good team. I like the Phillies. Phillies, I've always liked the Phillies. Now the New England or the Philadelphia Eagles, I didn't really care for them back, several years back. I didn't really care for them. I like them now. I think it's because Andy Reid used to be the coach of the when he was a coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Andy Reid, I didn't really like Andy Reid. I didn't hate him. There's some people say, "Oh, you hate it." No, I don't hate people. I dislike. There's a difference. The only thing I save the word hate for is terrorists and hardcore criminals, killers. I hate those folks. Everything else I sort of like, or I dislike. Okay, so there's a big difference. People use that word hate too much, as far as that goes. I know it's just a word, but in the context. But sometimes I just don't like using it. It's a strong word as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's see. I want to do something here. Let's see if we can find. I want to highlight a gentleman. He lives in. Is he okay? Let's bring him up. And then we're going to take a break. He hasn't gone live in a while, so let's go ahead and say hi to him. This is David Bailey. He is a gentleman that's over there in Bosnia Herzegovina. He's an Englishman. And no, we don't want 100 years ago. We want to get. We need to do something different here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can bring him up. There he is. There's David. Let me bring up the sound. I'm not hearing any sound.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can get that now, I'm sure. Now let me see if my road is coming in.
Okay, we're going to highlight David.
My road. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can get that now, I'm sure. Now let me see if my road. So we're doing that because I'm going to change the screen in a minute. But why isn't my camera working? My mic.
Let's see. We're going to get. This is David Bailey. He's a gentleman I've known for many years. Let's see what he says. He's getting back into. Okay, let's see if he sees us. Okay, he's getting back in. It looks like he's figuring out. There is a delay on the YouTube.
Ah, right. Okay. You should be able to hear me now. Right. I'm going to see now if I drag this over there like that. Okay, we've been broadcasting for 5 minutes and 20 odd seconds or whatever.
Yep, and you're looking good.
So yeah, I want to try and do more of these, sort of like lives. And it says I have 4.
You should read his comments. Let's see if he reads his comments.
Up. Richard Roberts, good morning, David. I'm highlighting your live broadcast on my Monday morning coffee. Live stream your video and audio are 5x5. Thank you very much indeed, Rich. Rich has been with me a long time, and I'm now going to take this off my phone because I think it's giving me a false reading there. So we'll just come out of there. I wonder if I can. Oh. And yeah, so let's see how this is going. I know that Rich does his live streams all the time, and I've been told that people get more success on YouTube by doing live streams. So maybe I should be doing the same. But I've got very little to talk about today, and I just thought it would be nice for you to join me. But at least Rich, who's over in North America, said that it's 5x5, which I think means the audio and the video quality is okay, which is amazing because I'm broadcasting from
Twitch,
or narrowcasting
YouTube.
from a village in northern Bosnia between Banja Luka and the border with Croatia. Now I'm going to try and bring up my the audio of my microphone at the moment. So if you're watching this from wherever you are in the world, I will most probably just leave this streaming. What I should do, I suppose. Richard, yeah, I mean, I've been doing all sorts of other things, and then somebody said I should do some live streaming because it might gain an audience that might look at my video content a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing. The weather here is great. I wonder what it's like in the is it the upper tier of New York State? My daughter and my son-in-law, who have now become American citizens, by the way. There you go. And my grandsons as well. They're living in New Jersey, but I know that they go upstate New York for weekends away and everything. I had a little bit of echo there. We're live now, sir, on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, X Live, Facebook Live, and Kick. You're all over the place at the moment, but I'm going to try and just stick with YouTube for the time being. Your picture and audio are great. Thank you very much indeed. I do have a small router behind me that is a 5G. So whether it is real live G or fake live G, I don't know. And I'm just using a webcam to the right. So, yeah.
Okay, this is David Bailey. Like I said, he's a very
What do you
nice
think about
gentleman.
just leaving this running during
He's
the day?
retired from the UK
on this
services.
screen here, while I do stuff on my laptop, and just leave the stream running so that you can come in. Would that be of any interest at all?
Okay, Tina,
Because
we'll
then
see you
can
later.
Join me while I'm creating some stuff. Here on YouTube, I have, well, you'll be seeing this anyway. You'll know that if you go to my YouTube Shorts and my videos, I've started to re-upload here after having quite a long decision-making time of whether this was the right place for me or not. I've never been all that good at making long-form videos, but I am posting daily YouTube Shorts. Southern Tier, Upper State, New York, in Tioga County. I'm going to find that, near Binghamton. Do you say Binghamton or Binghamton? I don't know. Binghamton, anyway. I don't know where my kids go. I mean, kids, they're 40 now, right? But they love it there, and I've had some really nice visits to New Jersey, and I'm assured that I'm going to be taken around to see some more of the country next time I get over. But now, being a pensioner, an older guy, I don't like using that word pensioner, but as an older guy, I've got to watch the pennies at the moment, and I can't keep relying on my kids all the time. So this is going to be like a raw channel. I'm going to see how much data this sucks up, and maybe some of the days I'll just let it running. If you want to support me, you'll find me on Buy Me a Coffee, David Bailey. So if you want to drop me a coffee there, that would be really appreciative. And I also have a Substack. You can see the logo on the right there, but I will put the address
give
my Substack
David
if you
some
want
love
to
and give him
follow me there, where I've got long form written posts
as far as that goes. He's a
and
great
some
guy.
podcasts there as well, because
he gives
podcasting
some great insight
as well.
on.
But this is great fun today, just doing this. At least after all this time, I've still got the software
traveled down
on the machine,
the coast
and
of what used to
I
be
think
old
the quality
Yugoslavia. So it's a beautiful area.
Reasonable at the moment. I'm drinking some English tea, which is quite strange for somebody that's living in Bosnia.
He's very well versed.
Where coffee is
talking about that particular area,
the main beverage.
So
but maybe some raw broadcasting might be
okay. We're gonna
useful.
go ahead and
so I'm going to leave this on for a bit. If you're stumbling across this live broadcast at all, my name is David Bailey. I'm broadcasting from.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you, and
between
give him a follow.
Second largest city.
And as far as that goes, he's a great guy. We got to do a refresh here, I guess. Oh, geez. Let's see. Let's swing that back to there. Okay, we have to do a refresh, my friends. I guess that sort of locked it up a little bit. Let's see. Let's put this camera on. Oh, let me get this camera back up. There we go. Okay. Stand by, folks. We'll be right. Okay, let me bring up the microphone. Testing. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a refresh here. Got to sign back in. And so I could do this because I'm on the phone, so I don't lose the connection. So we just actually refresh the computer browser here that has Rumble Studios, and then I re-enter oh, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, we're back up here on the that's computer voice, and now we're going to bring back our actual picture. Oh, we're back. Yeah, here we go. We're back now. Okay, here we go. We're back once again, and let's see. Do we have control again? Yes, we do have control. And there's the brand. Okay, just like that. Click, 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 and we're back up. So I've got this down to a T as far as thank God for the phone. Rumble Studio rocks with the Rumble Studio. The only thing is I lose the chat in the chat, but I still have it on the phone here. So that's a good thing. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a break and refresh our coffee, and then we'll come back. And we've been on for about an hour. That was good to catch David Bailey on a live stream. He's back to live streaming, which I think is great. I listened to his audio. He does a podcast over there on Spotify, and he's a very, so check him out over there on YouTube as David Bailey is his channel. And he's a great guy. I really enjoy. He has that very unique English accent, and he's a great guy. Former UK military service there. I think his last he was in when Yugoslavia had the war there in Sarajevo back in the the early. I can't remember when it was, but at any rate, we're going to go ahead and take a break here, and you guys just hang loose, and I'm going to go refresh my coffee. We'll be right back. And we're back. We are back here on the Monday morning coffee for 08.25.2025. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble Studios. We're broadcasting into Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, X Live, and Kick. And we currently have one person on Rumble, one person on Locals, 2 people on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. 4 people on the on Twitch, and I'm not seeing anybody on Facebook. We have 5 people over there on X Live. Thank you, X Live. You guys rock. Thank you. They got to bring the numbers up over here on X Live, and over on Kick. We still have we have 1 person on. We had 2. Now we have 1 person. So thank you to that 1 person over there on Kick. And we do appreciate it. We're on a network of 7 channels. And we just did a pop before the break here. We did a pop-in. I like calling them pop-ins as far as that goes. And Tina's left. She's in Jersey. Yeah, David Bailey has relatives in New Jersey. And he visited here, I think, was that last summer? That might have been last summer. No, it was this year. He visited, I think it was in the spring. And I've been following David for a long time, back when I just used to be on audio before I even did any, live streaming. I used to be on a program called Audio Boo, where I do, it started out, you could do 5 minutes at a time. And then you got up to do 30 minutes, and then you were able to do an hour, and then I think you could do more. I think a couple hours after that. That's before they coined the phrase podcasting. We were doing it back then, and we didn't know we were doing it. So it was nice to do the pop-in. I like doing the pop-in. I used to do those with Jim Figerty. That's Liam over there on Twitch, and he's on right now, I think. Let's see if he's on. Oh, let's see. What's this question mark? I don't need that help. I don't have the thing up here, so. Oh yeah, he's okay. That noise you're hearing, the missus is filling the kitty container of cat food. Yeah, Liam, Jim Figerty is on right now on the Twitch. So we do the pop-ins everyone. We haven't been doing it frequently, but I think that really was a special thing to pop in on David Bailey. And yes, Tina, he's a very nice person, and I do enjoy his content as far as giving us a perspective of what Bosnia Herzegovina is like. I got freaking something in my eye here. So, you're mixing the kitty food?
What?
Mixing the kitty food? Okay, so we're going to continue here with our second half. We're going to do some, football. Football, the last week of NFL preseason week. This would have been preseason week 3. They have the first game for preseason is the Hall of Fame game. They don't count, and then there's the first week, second week, and third week. So there's actually just 3 weeks. But it started last Thursday. Pittsburgh ended up beating Carolina, and then New England lost to the Giants. The Giants, they might be good this year. I think they've won all their. We're going to check what the standings is for preseason here. But the Giants won over the New England Patriots, and then on Friday night you had the New York Jets. They lost to Philadelphia, 19-17. Dallas beat Atlanta 31-13. That's encouraging. Minnesota, they lost to Tennessee. Okay, I lost that. I think I picked Minnesota. Chicago over Kansas City. Chicago beat Kansas City. Woohoo! That's good. I picked Chicago on that one. The Saturday games there was only the rest of the games were on Saturday. Baltimore beat Washington 30-3. That's not surprising. Baltimore is going to be a strong contender this year. Indianapolis and Cincinnati. Indianapolis trounced Cincinnati. So this talk that Cincinnati may be making a run for the playoffs. I'm not buying it. Indianapolis just trounced them. But then again, it's preseason, 41-14. Los Angeles Rams against the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns come through. I think they're undefeated in preseason. 19-17, they beat the Rams. Houston and Detroit. Houston beat Detroit 26. What's up with Detroit? 26-7. Denver and New Orleans. Denver won. Denver's going to be a contender. They're a strong team here in the preseason. Seattle against Green Bay. Green Bay beat Seattle 20-7. That was in Seattle. Jacksonville and Miami. Miami Dolphins, 14-6. Miami may give the Buffalo Bills a run for the money. Buffalo Bills finally won a game in preseason against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, there was a controversy. They had one of Deion Sanders' kids there, not the one that's quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, but this one's I think he's a defensive back. He got ejected for taking a slug at a tight end down near the goal. And I guess he has since been he's no longer with the team. He got cut. So I guess he's had a habit of that as far as that goes. Let's see. Los Angeles Chargers against San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers beat the Chargers, so that's interesting. And then Las Vegas against Arizona. Arizona wins 20-10, and I think I did that. I'm gonna look at these. I think I went 50-50. I don't know, but that's what happened in football. Of course, in Premier Soccer. Let's see. Does Hawaii have a team? No, it doesn't. Thammer, they don't have a team. I don't think they have any professional sport team because it costs too much to fly to Hawaii. I do have my second cup of coffee, so. I mean, that'd be great to have a team. Could you be playing? Could you see being playing professional sports in Hawaii? Oh, we staggered a little bit. Okay, let's see. Let's go with that, and we'll shut that down. I got to restart. I got to re-sign in on some of my broadcasts or my platforms here. No, Thammer, they don't. They don't have a professional team. They used to play the Pro Bowl there, but they don't do that anymore. It costs too much to fly to Hawaii. I think that's the big stumbling block. You're going to be paying a shitload of money for a bunch of money for flying to Hawaii. It's expensive. Let's see. I'm just curious. What's the cost? What is a round trip ticket, air ticket, round trip flight cost from New York to Hawaii? A round trip ticket from New York City to Honolulu, Hawaii can range from approximately $500 to $900 for round trip. Did you hear that? Depending on the airline, time of year, and how far. That seems a little cheap. I thought it was more than that. I'm going to say right now, it costs you $1,000, probably $2,000. It costs you one way is $1,000. So you're talking $2,000. That's a lot of money for airfare. And plus it takes like, it's like a freaking 6 to 7 hour flight. So I didn't think it was $500 to $900. Round trip ticket now? That's what it says. A round trip ticket from New York City to Honolulu can range from $500 to $900. I think, wow. I know when the missus and me went after we got married 39 years ago, it cost us $600 each for round trip. So that's $1,200. That wasn't that bad. That was still expensive back then. So I've been to Hawaii 3 times. I was there once when I was single, flying back to the Philippines. I stopped there for the day, and then we were there on our honeymoon, and then I went back. It was when I was single, I stopped there. We went there on our honeymoon, and then when I was in at Yokota Air Base in Japan, after we were there for 2 years, we took a vacation there to Honolulu. Hey, did you hear what I said about the round trip ticket for Hawaii?
No.
A round trip ticket from New York City to Honolulu, Hawaii can range from approximately 500 to over 900 depending on the airline. That's round trip.
That's cheap.
Oh,
That doesn't sound right.
could you imagine getting round trip ticket for $500?
That something's not right there.
That's what Google's saying.
Yeah. I don't trust Google.
Let's see, different airlines like United Airlines, American Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and JetBlue offer various prices. So it depends on the year and stuff, I guess. Basic economic fares labeled as basic economic are often most restrictive, but the cheapest. Okay, so you got a lot of things. You got a lot of hoops you got to go through. So that's, I think it's more than that. I agree. Okay, let's see what we got on the news here as far as over on Fox 40. Again, full disclosure, I have no association with any of these news agencies. I just like to highlight the news stories that they show, projecting what it's like here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And let's see, Porch Fest returns for this 10th year. Let's see what this is all about as far as that goes. Okay, let's bring this up. Just drag that down a little bit. Porch Fest. This is a festival where they got musical groups that perform on the porches in the community there, and it's something it's in its 10th year. So let's see what this is about here. Hey Jack, how you doing? Want me to open up your window? He usually sits there. He wants to get up in this window. So
The
You like-
outdoor cats are fed.
Huh?
The outdoor cats.
Oh,
are
have they? Oh yeah.
Orange,
they-
Orange
okay.
was sitting there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh! I got the camera.
Oh,
What? I'm sorry.
Alright, let's see.
You having your breakfast?
I'm working on my breakfast. Yeah.
Where's the other one? I see the orange cat.
I haven't seen the gray one.
Okay, she gets fed a lot anyway. So, okay, let's see. We have Porch Fest. Let's see what that's all about. You gonna go in there, Jack? Oh, you're okay. You're in the window. Okay, I can. If he's in the window, I can have it open for the noise. Oh, let's turn this off first. Okay, and there it is. There we go to Porch Fest. Let's see what this is about.
It's 1 week until Binghamton residents will take to the streets for music and fun on the West Side. The 10th annual Porch Fest returning on Sunday, August 31st, beginning at noon and going until 7 p.m. 130 local bands perform songs from folk, rock, hip-hop, jazz to blues. There will also be a new artisan market and the return of the Porch Fest Kids Village, both taking place at Recreation Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. More information, including the list of bands and location, can be found at binghamtonporchfest.com.
Okay, this is in Binghamton. The porches are taken over by musicians and alike, so it's a good community get together, in a manner of speaking. The 10th year that it's been happening, and that's pretty cool. Let's see if there's something else on WBNG, I guess. That's the Channel 12 affiliate. Let's see what else we got on Fox 40 here. How long have we been on for now? 120. It says minutes. I don't understand that. Oh, 1 hour and 25 minutes. Okay. 1 hour and 25 minutes. Okay. I thought the phone, I thought 125 minutes. Okay, let's see what else we got on Fox 40. Let's see. Okay, there. I always talk about Binghamton University. There's also SUNY,
Broome
which is Broome Community College. The students are.
Community College welcomed hundreds.
Yep. Hang on, guy. We got to introduce you first. That are college campuses are getting filled back up again. The college season semesters are starting again, and SUNY Broome, which is Broome Community College up there in Binghamton. You got hundreds of people. It's move-in day back in college, so let's see what this one's about.
College welcomed hundreds of students to campus today for Move-In Day. A total of 283 students were welcomed to move into the campus residence halls. This year saw a 14.5% increase in enrollment, thanks in large part to the SUNY Reconnect program, which allows older adults without college degrees to earn an associate degree for free. One student and University President Tony Hawkins shared their mix of emotions as residents moved into their new homes.
I actually moved in and did a year of college last year, so this isn't new, but still nervous, still excited. It's still fun. I mean, something new.
It's exciting. I was a resident student when I was an undergraduate, and I was really excited to explore things on my own, but I also knew that my mother and father were not right around the corner to come and rescue me. So I had a little bit of anxiety mixed with excitement that, I was ready to start something new.
Throughout the weekend, students will connect with suite mates and staff members, tour campus, and attend orientation.
And SUNY, it's State University of New York. That's what SUNY is. There's a lot of campuses across New York State. SUNY programs are fantastic as far as community for a 2-year degree program, and it's part of the state system. That's one of the things that New York State, it stands out with its education. Its education is probably second to none. We have some very good universities and colleges, and SUNY is just one of those. It's a diamond in the rough. That it's a great campus. Now we do have this is SUNY, for the most part, they're community colleges. They're 2-year colleges. But we do have Binghamton University in Vestal, New York, which is an outstanding university here in the community. But there's other great universities here in New York State. There's of course Syracuse. You have Rochester Institute of Technology. You have Buffalo University. You have Buffalo University is part of the SUNY program too. They have a 4-year and master's program there. And you have St. Bonaventure's, which is out in Western New York. And there's Cornell. It's just up the road from here. It's like a 20-minute drive from where I'm at. And then you have the colleges down there in New York City. There's New York City University. So New York State has a great educational, on the higher level of education and stuff. So it's one of the things that it stands out here in New York State. It's a good thing. Okay, let's see what else we got here on Foxwood. I think that's it. That was the two articles that came to mind right out of the gate there. Okay, the kitty cat's drinking some water. Porch Fest, and okay. Let's see on WEBO. Let's see. What do we have on WEBO? Oh, they got this is an interesting article. There's you often hear about you can visit battlefields. Like the most prominent one is would be Gettysburg. You can visit there, and they actually, it's part of, I think Gettysburg is part of the National Park Service, I think, isn't it? Are you having pancakes?
No.
Oh, egg sandwich. Okay. But over on WEBO, that's the local radio station here in Owego, New York, that they have an article here concerning. Let me see if I can change this. Let's go. Let's see. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Okay, yeah, that'll work. We'll do it that way. All right, let me set this up here. But we have a battlefield that you can visit. That was Newton Battlefield. Was that part of the Civil War? Oh, we'll find out. Yeah.
I think so, but I'm scared of it.
Oh no, it was during the Revolutionary War. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and bring this up. This is on WEBO. That's the radio station here in Owego. They have it's part of the Radican radio network, and they have a whole. Full disclosure: I have no affiliation with WEBO or the Radican media group, but I do consume a lot of their news. And what they're showing here: Newton Battlefield Anniversary Celebration celebrates history. And the Newton Battlefield State Park, which is here in New York, and Newton, that's just down the road here, isn't it?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. Celebrated its 246th anniversary of the Battle of Newton this past Saturday. Reenactment helped tell the story of the Battle of Newtown. I said, what did I say? No, it's Newtown. Newtown Battlefield State Park. The battle took place in 1779, which is during the Revolutionary War, a decisive Revolutionary War battle where General John Sullivan's troops defeated British and Iroquois forces. They also provided the community a look at what colonial life was like at that time, along with children's games and woodworking demos. So there's a monument right there that you can visit. As far as it's not, I don't think it's that big of a. Have you been there before? No, we live right next to it. We haven't been there. So this is on again. This is on the WEBO page. As far as that goes, I'm gonna have to post that out. That's a nice. I like that. There's battlefields all around here as far as that goes, folks, and and it's a nice state park. But this one dates back to the Revolutionary War, where the Gettysburg. That's the Civil War. That's years later, as far as that goes. So, what happened to my Surface 3? My Surface 3 just went. Okay, you're right there, Lucy. How you doing, Goosey? Huh? Okay, let's see what else we got here. That was on WEBO. Did the French side with the Americans? Yeah, they did, Thammer. I think that's in history. If it wasn't for the French, the French helped the young United States because they didn't really care for the Brits back then. The French and British Empire, they were always going at it. So we did get a lot of help from the French. And and it paid off because years later we helped the French in World War II as far as that goes. So yes, the French were a major factor towards the end of the. If it wasn't for the French, we probably would have succumbed to the. I guess all the history I've seen, towards the end, that was the added push that really kicked the Brits out of the United States back in colonial time. Now we're good friends with the Brits. Oh, what are you doing there, girl? Come on, up.
Now,
Oh,
once you're left.
she's on my. That was Lucy. She jumped on the freaking. Oh, she was trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucy.
She has to take the most inconvenient way, huh, Goose?
Yeah, that's. Okay. So yes, the French did side with the Americans, and I am an American, folks. I'm proud to say that I am an American, and I'm proud of that. Okay, I love this country. I was born in this country, so I am an American, and so we have a good, rich history. Sometimes we haven't done everything right and stuff like that. Let's see. Double J says Lucy is old school. Doesn't care about. No, she doesn't. Lucy is the mother of Bug, Murdoch, and Dora, and Calvin. Calvin, we lost Calvin. No, Bug is it. What are you doing, Bug? Oh, who's in the back window? Oh, Dora's in the back window. Let me see if I can show you Dora. They don't. Let's see. Let me shut this off. And let me show you the back window here. This is where the cats, they perch. I got to turn this off here first. Let's see. There's Dora. That's Dora right there. Hi, Dora. How are you doing? Can you talk? Oh, she wants to come over. She's coming over for a pet now. Come here. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Oh, Dora. But Lucy, she's the mother. She's the mother of the young cats and stuff like that. And she was rescued along with her kittens. There, the missus rescued them, and they've been a part of the family ever since. And there goes Bug. Okay. No cats in the window, so I can bring this down so we don't hear the noise. Oh, there's always excitement here on the morning coffee broadcast here. Let's see. What else do we got? I think that was it on WBNG or WEBO. I think the cats they're venturing into the kitchen to get their second breakfast. Oh, they already had their second. Okay. Yeah, they squirm. Yeah. Okay, let me reset this. Let's see. What else do we have for news? Local in Tioga County. And what I'm showing you is a cross section of what's going on. What's going on in the southern tier of upstate New York. This is where I call home. This is where I grew up, and I keep it mostly to positive stories. It's very easy to go and talk about the crap news, and unless it's important crap news just to talk about and discuss as far as that goes. Okay, so let's see on WNBF. What do we have over here? Anything? Of course, the state fair is in full swing here as far as, but there's nothing really interesting in that article. So we're going to go to WBNG. Let's see what's on WBNG. Let's see. Do we got something there? Okay, we got some other events other than county fairs. We got the 7th annual Corn and Tractor Show in Windsor, which is on the western side of Binghamton, New York, in Broome County. So let's go ahead and see what this one's about.
Saturday marked the 7th annual Corn and Tractor Show Festival in the town of Windsor. The event was created with the idea of giving farmers their flowers for all they do by providing food for their community and beyond. The festival featured tractors of various makes and model, and of course, corn and other locally grown and sourced farming products. Organizers tell 12 News that they want to show their appreciation to the local farming community.
We can't live without farmers. Farmers are the salt of the earth, honestly. Some of these people are quite elderly, and they've been farming for many, many years. And you know what? They deserve the recognition that they get by coming to something like this and just being here.
Many of the tractors on display come from local farms. Card tells 12 News some years they have had farmers bring tractors in from as far as Virginia to the festival.
Okay, the seventh annual Windsor Farm and Tractor Festival. This is upstate New York. A lot of people, when they think of New York, they just think, okay, New York City, and as far as that, we don't want that. Hang on, there we go. We'll bring it back there. Yeah, it's the Windsor Farm and Tractor Festival, and New York State is very agricultural. New York State is like right behind Wisconsin as far as milk production. As far as that goes, a lot of dairy farms. Within a 5-minute drive of where I live, there's at least 4 working farms. And let's see, Double J's, I agree. No farms, no food. Yeah, they provide the food. I've got there's 15 acres back here out in my backyard. About I think it's 1 acre, 1.5 acres or something like that. I own, but I let them farm it. And there's 15 other acres in addition to that. There's corn out there that's going to be used to feed the dairy cows. So right down the road, less than 5 minutes, there's a working dairy farm. across the river in less than 10 minutes, there's another working farm. That farm over there has like over 200 head of milk cows. There's some on the back hill. There's a number of farms here in Tioga County, and a lot of people, when you say, I remember in the service, and I've said this before, they say, where are you from, Rich? And I would say, I'm from New York. Oh, what part of the New York City are you from? No, I'm from upstate New York. And they look at you, what? Yeah, what the heck is New York, upstate New York? It's upstate New York is huge, folks. It's just there's so much that can be done here in the state as far as recreation and tourism. Just the Catskills and Adirondacks, you could get lost. You could travel 50 straight miles into the Adirondack region, and you would get lost. It's huge. It's a pretty good sized state. It's not as large as Texas, but it is a good size state. I mean, New York State probably encompasses most of the New England states, except Maine. Maine is a big state too. Maine is huge. It doesn't look on the map, but Maine is very huge. It's large. Okay, let's see what else we have on WBNG. So the farmers, they're very important as far as that goes. And let's see. Thamer says, I guess the city tracks all people in other parts of the state. Tracks all people in other parts of the states for job opportunity. I think it's the opposite way. You got people that come here and they stay down in the city. It tracks some, but there's a lot of people. There's, New York's, it's not all about the city all the time. If you didn't have upstate New York, you wouldn't have New York City. Okay. Yeah. The city started a lot of people. The city tracks all people in other parts of the state. But New York City is not the most important part of the state, though. That's the thing. New York City thinks they're the most important part. They're big economic and stuff like that, granted, but it's New York City is not New York State. Okay, it's just a small portion, and you can find that people in upstate New York will say that. There's sometimes our tax-paying money, it gets dumped down in New York City, and I'm saying why? It should be up here for New York State or for the folks around in the local area. I'm not a fan of New York City. Okay, it's not it has its ups and downs and stuff like that, but it's sometimes I think back when New York City at one time was years back, was it Mayor Lindsay? This is back in the 70s. They wanted to make it a state onto its own, and they should have. And let's see. I mean, in Ohio, you have Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, all big cities enjoy, but New York City have no equal in the city. Well, I would disagree with that to a certain point, because even though they're not large cities, you have Albany, you have Syracuse, you have Rochester, you have Buffalo. Those are thriving cities. I think they're almost a lot better than maybe not Syracuse. Syracuse is a sort of flat city, but there's a lot of stuff going on. They may not be as big as New York City. Where's a happening place is Long Island, outside New York City. That's a happening place right there. That's Long Island is that's a happening place. It's very expensive. It's probably almost more expensive to live out on Long Island than it does in New York City. Hey, there's Liberty. Good morning, Liberty 101. And I love the flags there, Liberty. Thank you very much for the flags. And I hope you are well as your family. And thank you. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you for being here. And Liberty knows she's out there in the Buffalo, Niagara area. Wouldn't you say Buffalo, Niagara is better than New York City, Liberty? Let's see. Thamer says, we lost our thing again. Let's see. Pin. I know Long Island from everyone loves rain. Oh, that's right. Yep. That's true. Yeah. And Liberty says, Safe for now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's safe for now. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to do another reset here, I think. The freaking my thing is oh, there it goes. Okay. That work? Okay, it's working. I guess I just didn't click hard enough on the thing. Okay. Safe for now. Okay, yeah, Buffalo's safe for now. There's parts of New York City that I mean, I bet my grandparents lived down in New York City in Brooklyn, and there's some parts of the city are nice to visit, but I would not want to live down there. It's just too many people. I tell you, this the biggest city I was in that I was able to visit, Tokyo. Tokyo, oh my God, there's people on top of people. It's unreal. Okay, let's put that back there on the thing. But glad to have you here, Liberty. I hope all is well out there in your area of New York State. Let's see what else we have on WBNG here. Oh, we have Roberson Museum. There's an article here on Roberson. Roberson is one of the museums there in Binghamton. Arts Abloom allow florists to become artists. Okay, let's see what this one's about. It's part of culture. It's part of the Roberson Museum is a beautiful museum. Maybe they'll show some of the museum. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's see what this one says.
On Sunday, the Roberson Museum wrapped up its weekend-long Arts of Bloom Festival, but not before residents had the chance to view some unique works of floral art inspired by seasonal pieces. 12 News' Brian Melanson was at Roberson and tells us more about the budding exhibit.
So it's fascinating to come out and be able to support, florists as artists rather than just as people that, make bouquets for events.
Several months ago, the Roberson Museum invited 7 local florists to come and pick their favorite piece of art from the 2025 Regional Art Exhibition. The florists then made unique arrangements, drawing inspiration from the art piece that stuck out to them. Over the weekend, these local floral pieces were on full display next to their inspirations.
These big tropical flowers that you see on this arrangement sort of represent the heart that he sees within this runner in the painting. The veins in the flower represent the veins in the blood running through his heart.
The weekend-long festival helps raise funds for education programs to keep the museum's summer camps and family days affordable.
So all the money raised here today helps us keep those events affordable. So families in the area can come and have fun on the weekends without having to spend too much money.
Perhaps not usually considered to be artists, Harris says this exhibit gives florists a chance to shine and share their gift with others in unconventional ways.
Seeing how different art can be interpreted, and now we're adding the second element of these florists interpreting it through their own, lived experiences.
Following the exhibit, guests were invited to make their own bouquets with locally grown flowers, giving all an opportunity to explore their inner artists. Brian Melanson, 12 News.
Okay, so there's the Roberson Museum. That's what they're displaying this past weekend. Artists, the people that make floral bouquets are. I think it's an art form. It is an art form as far as that goes, and so that's pretty cool. And let's see. Wait, for Riyadh, it's now 7 million. I remember when I was a kid, it's 2 million. Yeah, in New York City, it's 8.5 million in New York City right now. So Riyadh is an up and coming city, that's for sure. Thamer, there's a lot going on in Riyadh there, but you guys got all the money too. The money walks, or money makes things work and stuff like that. So. But yeah, Riyadh, I'd like to visit Riyadh as far as that goes. And we have, okay, Captain Rehab, how come your comments didn't come in on the Rumble? But Captain Rehab, good morning, and good morning to the missus from Captain Rehab. I guess she's indisposed here right now.
Good morning, Waterways.
Okay, she said good morning to you, Captain Rehab. She's brushing her teeth. And Big Juice, good morning, Big Juice. How you doing? See, how can your comments didn't? I see your comments on Twitch, but the comments didn't. Your comment did not come in on the on Rumble. I don't know why that is, but Big Juice's did. Huh? That's interesting. Hope all is well with you, Captain Rehab. We went over football already. I don't have the tally as far as I sort of sloughed it a little bit this weekend and stuff like that. So, did Captain Rehab? Did you see the news there about Sanders' kid that was playing on Tampa? Oh, there it is. See, that one came in. How come the other ones didn't come in? And Big Juice. Let's see. Rich, did the missus listen to? No, I don't know. I don't know what she listens to. I did not. You meant Cleveland? No, not the quarterback. The other son. He plays. He was trying out for a defensive back for Tampa. It was on ESPN. He took a slug during the Tampa Bay Buffalo game, and I guess when he walked to the sideline, the coach just looks at him like he's not on the team anymore. He got cut. He slapped the tight end on Buffalo. Yeah, there's two sons. There's the one's the quarterback. He's the one that got drafted, but the other one's trying to make his way. I'm not sure if I think he might be the younger son, but he's a defensive back. Yeah, Sanders has two kids. One was a quarterback, and then he had another one that played defensive back. And the one that played defensive back, he got cut from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as far as that goes. She's popping the 2-pack in the bathroom. No, she's not. Oh, my God. Oh, geez. And let's see, Captain Rehab. The younger son will be signing somewhere because I don't know. I don't think they want that baggage because he has a habit. He had a punching incident in college too, as far as that goes. And lots of laughs. What did Big Juice say? Big Juice, you're VIP. No, I didn't make you a VIP yet. Let's see. I don't really care for him in Cleveland. He thinks he's some show off just because. Well, Cleveland has quite a few quarterbacks too. I don't think who's going to Big Juice? Who's going to be the number one Who's going to be quarterbacking that team? You've got like what, four or five quarterbacks there? Who's the main quarterback for Cleveland? Plenty of NFL players that have had domestic disputes incidents while playing. Yeah, but I don't think he's that good of a player. I think he just has the name. He can play the position, but I think there's better defensive backs. Watch his play. He's not that. I think he thinks he's good because he's Deion Sanders' kid and stuff like that. So, and if Big Juice is saying that's what the other one is like, well, he won't last long there in Cleveland. But I have seen him play, Big Juice, and I think he plays pretty decent with Cleveland. Okay, let's see what we got here on WBNG again. Let's see. We got the tractor. We got okay. Okay, I guess that's it for there on WBNG. Let's see. Big Juice says, I say let him mature some, grow into becoming a real quarterback, then maybe he'll. Yeah, but I don't think is he going to be the main quarterback for Cleveland? We'll see what happens. You got Matthews that's up there for Minnesota that he's going to finally play. Rich, the Yankees racked off the. Yeah, but the Red Sox beat the Yankees Saturday, I think. Yeah, I knew they were playing, but I didn't watch any of that. I watched a movie. What did we watch? Oh, we watched. What was it? I know you. What was the name? It just reminded me. What was that movie about? The football movie there you told me to watch, Captain Rehab. I forgot about that. I lost my note there. But we watched a movie Saturday on Netflix. American Underdog. Okay, I got to remember that one. I said I was going to watch that. We don't, but we watched a movie Saturday, an Adam Sandler movie, The Ridiculous Six. That's right, the story of Kurt Warner. I want to watch that one. I still have an interest in that. See, I remembered it, so I am going to watch that. But Saturday we watched an Adam Sandler movie, The Ridiculous Six. I don't know if you ever seen that one. It's sort of like it's similar to what you would see on what was that? That comedy country western there, that Blazing Saddles. It's sort of like a Blazing Saddle type movie. It's funnier than crap. I like the Adam Sandler is a good. He's a good writer. I like him. He's funny. Okay, let's see what else we have here. WBNG. I don't think there's anything there. Let's go to the Whale. Nothing going on there. Channel 34. Oh my, Blazing Saddles definitely canceled. No, you can still watch it. If you watch Adam Sandler's Ridiculous Six, it could be the same thing as far as that goes. Captain Rehab, yeah, I'm laughing. You can't cancel Blazing Saddles. That can't be. Let's see. But hey, Cleveland won all their preseason games and maybe win 3 regular games this year. Yeah, we'll see. We can only hope, Big Juice. We can only hope as far as that goes. Let's see. What else? We have nothing more on, let's see, Channel 34. I think there was something here. To show you that we have a multicultural community here. This past weekend, they had Caribbean Carnival held in Recreation Park, which is it's the 4th annual Binghamton, New York Caribbean Carnival. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about. And here we go.
Celebration of Culture will be held in Recreation Park tomorrow for the 4th annual Binghamton NY Caribbean Carnival. The carnival will feature local performers and DJs such as Jamaican artist Push 400, DJ Ism, who was the event's house DJ for the last 3 years, and many more. And of course, there will be food ranging from Caribbean classics to soul food. Caribbean Carnival's co-founder Sulamina Burns says people go all out for Carnival. Some even wear costumes decorated with feathers and rhinestones. She says about 1,000 people came out last year, and this year she's expecting an even bigger turnout.
It's very community oriented, and it brings a lot of people out that may not have, experienced Carnival before, may not be familiar with Caribbean cuisine, and get to try all sorts of different things. And we had a pretty big crowd last year. I expect it to be bigger this year. So I think that's what makes it special. It's a cultural event that people in Broome County look forward to.
The carnival will take place at Recreation Park tomorrow from 3 to 8 p.m. But the fun doesn't stop there, as an after party will be hosted at the new Caribbean Banquet Hall, marking its first ever event. In past years, the event was hosted at the Caribbean Patty World restaurant on Main Street in Binghamton. The restaurant will be opening another location at the Caribbean Banquet Hall down the block at the site of the old Cyber Cafe. Caribbean Patty World owner Tanya Williams says the restaurant's high demand warranted a larger space where all are welcome.
That's open to everyone because we all won. You see all them flags, every single country, everybody is welcome.
Williams has both the restaurant and banquet hall decked out with flags from every country. She says they don't have a date yet for when the restaurant's location in the banquet hall will open, as the inside of the venue is currently being renovated. But the outside is party ready, as Williams says the backyard can accommodate up to 500 people, and it has a tent featuring lights, flags, and a dance floor. While the carnival after party will be the venue's first event, their second one will be on Sunday at 2 p.m., where a carnival brunch will be held to cap off the celebration.
So there we have the multicultural Binghamton, and it is multicultural as far as that goes. And let's see. There you go, Rich. You take the misses too. Yeah. Yeah, that could be. And And then again, Captain Reed said, "I love Caribbean culture." Yeah, the food. I think I've crossed over on the food a little bit and stuff like that. So it's just, let's see, what do we got here? Nothing for me. Okay, so let's see. Let's get back here. So it's happening. They got all sorts of festivals going on. Captain Rehab. I'd like to see Rich dancing to DJ. No, I don't think that'll happen. No, that won't happen anytime soon there, Captain Rehab. Unless you get a couple of drinks in me, maybe. I have a couple drinks. I may take a step or two or something like that. But okay, let's see. What else do we got here on Channel 34? This is out of Binghamton, Channel 34. Again, full disclosure, I have no affiliation with any of the news agencies that I'm showing that are displaying aspects of the southern tier of upstate New York here. Let's go to WENY. Ooh, overnight fire report behind Tops in Big Flax. Is there a... Okay, we got a fire story here, folks. This is out in Elmira. Big Flax is right there in Elmira, just before Elmira. Let's go ahead and see what this is. This is on WENY, and Elmira is about a 20-minute drive west of here. So this is close in the southern pier. Some of the emergency services personnel, fire department taking place. And a dance floor too, Rich, can get liquored up and then dip down. Oh, with the bamboo pole underneath. No, I break my back. Okay, let's see what this one is about, folks.
Well, firefighters were called out to a structure fire behind the Tops grocery store in Big Flax early this morning. According to scanner reports, the call came in around 2:25 a.m. and multiple departments were dispatched. A WENY news reporter on the scene says they saw crews working in the back of the building with many hands on deck. As of this time, fire officials haven't released any details on the cause or damage. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Okay, you can see from this fire right here that most of the smoke is in the back of the store. So what is in the back of most grocery stores, even department stores? That's where they have their warehouse, and that's where they have their loading dock. So I would say that's where the origin of the fire. You can see the high, that there's a visible fire right there. That's a hot fire right there. When you get that type of glow, and you have what looks like to be a police car or security car out front. There's lights out front. You can see that there's clear. Most of the fire is in the back portion of the facility, and there could be a number of things that happened in the warehouse. It could be a forklift caught on fire or something like that. It could be something else. But that's a hot fire, and usually that it looks like it's after hours. The parking lot looks empty too. So let me see what the verbiage is on this particular. Yeah, scanner traffic indicated it was 2:25 in the morning, so there's nobody there. So that's another indication. Black smoke, a lot of things burn. Yeah, there's a lot of the black smoke. Let's see, is that distinctive? Yeah, you got white smoke. There might be extinguishment going on with the white smoke, but there is black smoke. So there's a lot of carbon products. Black smoke usually indicates carbon, fuel type items, as far as that goes. But it was 2:25 in the morning, requiring multiple departments. At this time, there's no word yet. We'll follow up on the cause of fire and the extent. They're not reporting any lives lost, so that could be that's a good thing. If there's no, let's see. Last week, local here saved gas station from burning trucks and got some third-degree burns from the action. He was rewarded from the king, the highest medal. Wow, and 206. Wow, that's cool. That's a lot of bravery right there, Thamer. Wow, that And the king compensate. Wow. Hats off to the king. I guess he's a wow. That's something. He recognized that. That's and he probably had his medical taken care of. So that's pretty interesting, Dammer. Highest. That's a civilian award there. So so that fire there was probably an accidental fire, or else who knows. Everything's on the table. It could be a possible arsonist fire and stuff like that. Let's see. Rich, my question is from Big Juice. Really black fire and smoke. How do you even see what the with the big helmet on? The helmet doesn't matter what color. Okay. You're going to have lights flashing. You got lights attached to your helmet. You're going in, they're going to put up lights and stuff. And the smoke and heavy dark smoke, you're going to see, unless you have an infrared cam. Now they're setting it up where when you wear your self-contained breathing apparatus, they have some setup masks where they have tools where you can have infrared, and most hose teams that go into a working fire where there's a lot of black smoke, they'll have one of these infrared. They'll cut right through the black smoke. So they can see that way, and they can turn around. They see where there are other. In a heavily smoked room, you want to be attached to that height or to that fire hose, because if anything happens and you don't know how to get out, you grab on that hose. It's like it leads you out of the house or out of the facility that's on fire. So it's not the helmet. It's all the lights and the devices like a thermal camera to see your fellow firefighter that's fighting alongside you, as far as that goes. In most cases, you try and stay as low as you can, but some cases, if it's really, really dark black smoke, you're really going to go inside there. And Double J says, make total sense. Yeah. God, I still remember that stuff. Man. Believe me, I've been in my share of structural fires where I'm inside and I can't see 2 feet. I can't see 2 inches in front of me. I have that hose and I know that's my lifeline to get out of there as far as that goes. So, because when you go in and you have all this smoke, you see that glow, that orange glow, that's where the fire is. So that's where you point your hose to hit the fire and then you create more smoke. When you see that orange glow, that's where the fire is. So you're just hammering it with the hose. I'm talking from firsthand experience, and it can be pretty exciting, I guess, as a fire. I don't have any desire to do that anymore now. I've done my share. I got my 10 fingers and my 10 toes and stuff like that. So I've been blessed by God to have done that served in the Air Force as a firefighter, and 15 years after that as almost 20 years as a civilian firefighter, volunteer, that is. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I think that's it. Oh, they have another thing on the reenactment of Newtown battle. Let's see. Liberty says the scariest part is not knowing the ground you stand on is safe. Exactly, it is, because you could be on a floor in a house and it can collapse. That has happened. As far as that goes. And Big Juice says I could see Rich's face all black around the face, because I have my air mask on. I always have that air mask on. That air mask, that SCBA, the scuba that you wear you don't just go into a smoke-filled building with no air pack. You have an air pack on. So yeah, there's a little dirt, but it's mostly on the outside as far as that goes. So let's see. We do have another article on the Newton Revolutionary Anniversary, 200 and some years ago. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about. This is a little bit of revolutionary history that's in the local area here, the Newtown battleground. And let's see. Liberty says, make sure you buy a power ticket tonight. Oh, nobody won yet? Ooh. That means it's up close to $1 billion, isn't it? Wow. Okay. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks for the reminder, Liberty. And let's see. Thammer says you should dress up like soldier and just act the bad. No, this battle was before my time. This is Revolutionary War. Let's bring this one up here. Newton. And it gives you. This is only 20 minutes down the road. I got to visit this place. This is another place I haven't visited, and it's right in my backyard, just like the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the camera and see what this article's about.
Revolutionary War enthusiasts gathered at the Newtown Battlefield State Park today for a reenactment of the Battle of Newtown. WEMY's Scott Brubaker was there and tells us about the history and importance of that battle in the region. Scott.
The Newtown Battle reenactment was an all-weekend event bringing enthusiasts and families to Lauman. With vendors and demonstrations throughout the weekend, organizers tell me it's important to tell the story of our area's history. The trees of the Newtown Battlefield State Park were filled with people dressed in their best colonial attire. It's part of the biannual tradition to bring the battle to life.
The Battle of Newtown was the largest heated exchange of the Sullivan expedition.
Paul Perrine is the chairman of the event. He says that although the Battle of Newtown is a big part of the history in Chemung County, it's just one part of the history of the Finger Lakes region.
Left here, went straight up almost following the route of 14, went into Watkins, went up the east side of the lake, up would be like 415, up through Hector, and so up through that way, all the way to Geneva.
As the crowd listened for gunshots and battle cries, many on the sidelines were also reenactment enthusiasts. Jennifer Achman says she got into Revolutionary War reenactment just a couple of years ago.
It's wonderful to learn about the local history, learn about your own personal history. We talk to a lot of interesting people. And there's a lot of camaraderie, the friendships that you make doing this.
Reenactors say events like this are about more than understanding the past, but also honoring those who lost their lives.
To remember history, and we don't really look at this as a celebration, because it's not really a celebration. Men died here, but it is a remembrance of those that did on all sides.
And that's well put right there. You know, when they have these anniversaries of these major battles, it's not to celebrate them, it's to remember those that succeeded in the battle. And we had quite a few great battles during the American Revolutionary War that if they weren't won by us Americans, we would not have the United States. We'd still be under British rule. As far as that goes, well, it probably would have been our own country, but it would be like Canada and stuff like that. So, okay, let's see what's going on here with my Surface 3. Okay, so a good article there. That is was one of the major battles that took place during the major exchanges, I guess, between the British Empire and the American Revolutionary forces. As far as that goes. Let's see. Big Juice following up. Let's say, hey, that's a great idea. Halloween is coming up. Rich, put your fire jacket. No, that's not going to happen. I hung it up years ago after the volunteers and stuff. No, that's not going to happen. Oh yeah, and gotta wear the helmet too. No, that's not Big Juice. Rich fought the Civil War. Show us the sword. They did the sword. No, Civil War was that was a very brutal. If you look at it, the Civil War was pretty much the first modern war because they used the railroad for moving supplies and personnel. They used ships. Major campaigns with ships. They use communications, the Morse code, as far as that goes. So there was a lot of communications. They used balloons, air. So that was the first modern war in a sense, and it was a brutal war. The Civil War itself, what led up to the Civil War, is just a dark spot on the bless you, on the American history and stuff like that. And most countries have something like that. They have some bad history and stuff like that. But thank God for Abraham Lincoln, General Ulysses S. Grant, and the like. Let's just say a lot of Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty soon, I think, too. So, okay, we got that. Let's see. Anything on Channel 18? No, nothing there. Oh, wow. Legislators are looking at demolishing the abandoned Pizza Hut, Pam. Oh, my God. Look at the picture. All the trees growing over. Considering housing possibility for that area. Yeah, we had a Pizza Hut. Me and the missus used to... What's that?
Yeah, put housing in a flood zone. Good
Well, that's Owego. The Pizza Hut here in Owego, and this Pizza Hut used to have beer. Me and the missus used to go there when we were dating and stuff. It was a great Pizza Hut. They had some great pizza there. I think it just they had the original ovens, but man, it looks all grown over. Oh my God, that's bad. Okay, let's see. Who the hell is this? Okay. Let's see. KISS 104, that's the same as WNBF and WAAL. Country 106, WYRK. They got any articles? Daryl Hamlin. Is he from the Buffalo Bills? Yeah, he is. He gave out 1,000 backpacks for school. Liberty says, hang on, Liberty. We had Pizza Hut open here recently, and it's just most Pizza Huts here. I think the closest Pizza Hut is in up there near Binghamton. It's a takeout only, or Johnson City. I think it's a takeout only. The Pizza Huts can't compete with the local pizzerias in the area here. I think that's one of the reasons why they left the area. There is Domino's. Domino's is around still. They're still competing. Isn't there one in no, the one in Sarah, they left, yeah. Yeah, even Domino's. I think they might have one up in the Binghamton area and stuff like that. But in Tioga County, there's no Pizza Hut or Domino's. Let's see. That was okay, let's see. We got okay. James Cook signed his new contract with the Buffalo Bills. That's a good thing. So that's on 106 Country, Buffalo's number one new country. That's I don't have any affiliation with them. And then the Power 93.7. What do they have for articles? Nothing really outstanding on there as far as that goes. So we are at. We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes. Wow. The missus let me go 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and close all these out. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up the broadcast here, folks, and get our day started. And let's see. I would like to say thank you to Thamer and Double J's for coming in right out of the gate, along with Tony D. Thank you very much, Tony D. And Thamer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Double J's coming in from a location undisclosed in the Southern Hemisphere. We'll leave it at that. Tony D, thank you, coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. We had Tina, who comes in, our Jersey girl, coming in from Central New Jersey. And going down the list, we had Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love. Thank you, Captain Rehab. Wednesday, I'll have the results of what happened this weekend between the win-loss there, Captain Rehab. Let's see. We had Captain Rehab. We had Liberty 101. up there in the Buffalo, Niagara area. Thank you, Liberty. And we had Big Juice coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Thank you, Big Juice. Keep it real, my friends. And I think that was it. And we didn't have any first-time chatters like we usually do. So, Double J said, remember to get a Powerball ticket. Take care. Okay, Liberty told me. Okay. And Liberty says, good seeing everyone. Get your ticket. Yeah, you be safe too, Liberty. Thank you very much. Have a great day. We'll see you. And take care. Best to your family. And Double J's is saying, remember to get that Powerball ticket. Take care. Catch you later. Yeah, I'm going to, let me see. What's the current power? Let's see what the current. I don't usually get Powerball. I usually get the Mega Millions payout. Pride. What's the current? Current Powerball. Tickets are $2 still to play. I thought they were up to $5. Let's see. Current Powerball's 10th largest jackpot lines up for Monday after no winner. Well, there was no winner last night. So what about now? It's up to 800. I think it's showing about 800. Oh, wait a minute. Is this October 4th? No, that's 2023. We don't want that. Current Powerball. Current Powerball jackpot. Okay, here's the Powerball home. It's up to, let's see. Next drawing is Monday. Okay, it is Monday. What am I talking about? Okay, the drawing tonight, it's $750 million. Okay, thank you, Liberty. I just found it just as you were posting it. So, yeah, it's right. It's $750 million. Is it still $2? Is it $5? I know Mega Millions went up to $5 a ticket. And I think Powerball did too. I don't think it's $2 anymore. So it's $750 million. Ooh, that'd be a nice chunk of change to win. So I'll remember to get my ticket. I'll get my ticket up here at the local gas station. So, but thank you all that were in the chat. Thank you those that were watching and sitting back there watching. I greatly appreciate it because you're spending a little of your time watching this knucklehead go yap, 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 yap. So I do appreciate that. And I want to say thank you for those people that watch the replay. Also, thank you very much for the people that are listening on the audio replay that we do. We repurpose the audio right after this. I download it and I load it up over on Spotify for creators. Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And so thank you, those listening. I see those numbers and I do appreciate it. And let's see, with that, I think that's about it for now. So let me see if I can find our outro music. Where's our outro music? We're gonna skateboard out of here. Okay, folks, here's the outro music. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the views. Again, you all have a great one. This is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over on X, as well as at Fireman Rich here on Rumble. And if you want to find out where else I'm at, just Google at Fireman Rich and just all those fine social media platforms that I'm on, because I am a social media enthusiast, social media, what's that word? A social media enthusiast and a social media observer. I like to be on the social media, folks. Y'all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. Ciao for now.